Does it work when it's in my ear?
Hey guys, it is time for Bollocks this evening. We got an exciting show. We had some exciting news right before we went on air. Blake had to run over. There was a fire just up the road from us, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit. But Lenny, do you know where we are? We are in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
Damn right we are. All right, and I got to tell you about the wonderful people at Bozard Ford. Bozard Ford, Lincoln, and St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
When Florida heat hits, you need more than just AC. You need a neighbor you can trust. That's why St. Augustine has turned to Powell Heating and Air Conditioning for over 40 years. Locally owned and operated while committed to keeping our community comfortable. Powell's team is there when you need them most. From emergency repairs to energy-saving upgrades, they've got you covered. Stay cool. Stay local. Call Powell Heating and Air Conditioning today at 904-794-COOL. That's 904-794-2665. Your comfort is their business. They did our service the other day, and they were fabulous.
They're wonderful people.
Really very nice.
All
Timely.
their technicians are so professional.
Yep, he was great.
Abear Kresge and Associates. These guys are absolutely amazing, but let me tell you, for trusted financial guidance with a personal touch, turn to Abear Kresge and Associates. Serving St. Augustine since 1989. With over 125 years of combined experience, their team offers expert services in tax planning, estate and trust work, business valuations, payroll, and more. Whether you're starting a business or planning for the future, they deliver smart, customized solutions that grow with you. Call 904-460-0747 or visit them at AbearKresgeCPA.com. Abear Kresge and Associates, where your success is their mission.
Established in 2006, Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
All right, we have other amazing sponsors. We have Meehan's Irish Pub, A.D. Davis Construction, St. Augustine Distillery, Citygate Spirits, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Mr. Electric, Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, the St. Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick we already talked about, and I did that yesterday too. I just kept it. I got in like
You're on a loop.
I got in the loop mode there. So it is
Wednesday.
It is hump day. It is Wednesday. And right before the show went on, Blake called me and says, hey, there's a fire north of the studio. I'm going to continue north. He went live briefly at the fire, and the fire was located, just so you guys understand, the fire was located at the old St. Augustine Speedway, which is Salt.
So location is now the Saltwater Shooting Club.
Saltwater Shooting Club. It was a storage area. It was a 30 by 50 metal shed that did have vehicles in it. But the report I got from the St. John's Fire Department goes something like this. And this is from Chris Naff from St. John's Fire Rescue. We received a call around 4:05 this afternoon. E12 arrived on the scene to find a 30 by 50 storage shed fully involved. We have the fire knocked down right now and are working on some hot spots. No injuries are being reported, and I think we're going to post some pictures if Blake can grab a couple pictures to see what's going on with there.
Yeah.
So it's a big building. I mean, you can see it next to the fire trucks there. This, the one time he actually talks into the microphone.
I was over here. I need a cough button. You need to upgrade my cough button.
But you can see there are some golf carts in there, some gators, and some other little vehicles that are in there. when they're golf carts and those lithium batteries, they burn really hot.
Yeah.
So hopefully all our first responders are safe over there and appreciate their quick response to get to that and keep it under control.
The only good evolution of all these e-bikes and golf carts and everything that's electric now is that fire departments are now conversant in how to handle these type of battery fires and things of that nature.
Well, it takes twice as much water to put them out, is what Chief Aviles was telling us.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they could foam it, sort of like their extinguisher or like airplane foam type of thing.
I don't know.
And I don't know that they carry those on the regular.
Yeah, that's
fire
what I was going
truck
to say.
as well.
I mean, they got everything in there that they can probably put on the truck. Add that to it.
There was
What are you taking away?
Right.
I will say, being on the road that's next to the shooting club, there I definitely saw like three and then like four water trucks like roll by me, like trying to put it out.
Just so they made sure they had enough water there, because it is pretty isolated out there. So, all right. Well, I'm glad everyone was okay.
Right. No injuries. Yeah.
No injuries. Blake, good job getting out there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Property can be replaced. People can't.
Yeah. Exactly. But
So much for the big news. So much for that fire. Taking over the big news of the day, the Dying with Dignity ribbon cutting today.
yes. Yeah, and that was beautifully done. The mayor spoke, and Cynthia Garris, Commissioner Queen, appreciate you so much. She's on our Home Again board. And the mayor always kind of kept that fight alive at the city for us,
Right.
in a lot of ways. And when no one else was giving us funding, the city of St. Augustine was there going, okay, we see what you're doing. Here you go. And that always helped us when we were a very young organization getting going. I mean, we're still very young compared to a lot of other nonprofits, and we're still very small. But that money was very significant, and it's still significant today, but it was very significant in the early going.
Now, is this moving from where I believe there was a situation over across from the business office at the end of Granada Street?
Yes.
Okay, so this is moving from there.
Yeah, it's moving from there. It gives them coverage.
Right.
Because it has a cover. There you go. That's a picture of it right there. And that's the ribbon cutting there. And they gave me the big scissors.
Nice.
I was like, oh, that's nice.
You didn't run with them, did you?
No, I did not
good.
run with
That's
them.
good.
But everyone else's scissors actually cut.
So you got the kindergarten scissors with the rounded
So
tip.
I didn't realize I had the safety scissors
Right.
until I went to cut. And I was like, oh, this is why they gave them to me.
Right.
Now
I have a question for
Yes.
you. Is this going to be more difficult for the clients to get from Granada and Bridge to
Very-
207 and Old Moultrie?
very common question that we're getting. But believe it or not, we have more homeless in that region
Okay.
than we do downtown. We have
That makes sense.
26 regular people that are in the downtown area. Now we see them, and they're more prevalent because of where they are, and they're the guys that are sitting there asking for money.
Right.
But that's not all who we serve.
That's
I mean,
not
we
necessarily your
serve,
clientele.
yeah, we serve guys that work a regular ticket, day laborers,
Yeah.
and that are working poor, that are homeless,
Right.
and the day laborer location is not too far from this location.
Okay.
There's some camps in the I never tell you where they're at, so don't ask.
Right.
There's some camps in the surrounding area that are actually closer, and so we feel the numbers will originally be lower, but
It'll take a little while.
It'll take a while. It'll catch up, and then it'll pass where it was at.
Okay. Good.
Because it's a
necessary.
much higher quality dining experience, and I think that's
Okay.
I think that's where it's at.
Nice.
There will eventually be showers and laundry there. The first meal is not getting served there until November 14th.
Okay.
All right. So, great event over there. Thank you to the city, all the commissioners that were there. I think all of them were there except for Commissioner Blonder. She had to work. And Ann Taylor from St. Johns County was also there.
Nice.
The city manager, David Burcham, former city manager, John Regan was there. A lot of people represented. The sheriff department had somebody representing them. So it was a really nice turnout, really nice day. Somehow they let me talk, which is, everyone knows how
silly people.
Everyone knows how I hate a microphone.
Right.
Yes.
So, but it was, and it shows how important it was because so many people did show up that cared. There was so many great volunteers from Dining with Dignity that was there. Our original creator of Dining with Dignity was there. The Reinhardt, they did just an amazing job of creating this fabulous program that fell under Home Again because we needed a place to give it sustainability and some stability.
Now, is the feeding done by a different volunteer group every day? Is that how it works?
Every day. Usually what it is a church will say, okay, I have the second Tuesday.
Right.
And then the church will say, oh, I have the first Monday, or, and that's their day.
Right.
And I had several people that worked in Dining with Dignity ask the exact same question you did. But like I said, I think it's going to be a little slow.
It'll catch on, right?
And most of our clients have bicycles. You're going to be surprised how many actually have vehicles and cars.
Okay.
Because that's pretty much their home
where
a
they
lot
live,
of times.
right? Sadly.
But no, like I said, it makes for a much more comfortable dining experience. And if you get a chance to go back and watch the interviews with the mayor and with Commissioner Garris, please do so. Or if you want to watch the entire ceremony, Blake was over there to film that also.
He's our man on the street.
Yeah, so he got 2 live shots today. Good job, Blake.
Right.
He earned his keep today.
Yeah. Gonna
think we're gonna keep him around.
Stipend. Exactly.
I think we're going to keep him around.
All right. Now I have an odd question for you. Believe it or not, I can't believe it's coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that's up in this election on Tuesday?
I don't think there's anything here.
Yeah. Okay. I was concerned and
There
confused.
would have been open or early voting, I think, if there was.
Right. And
Vicky didn't tell us on Monday.
And sample ballots and such.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good. All
yeah.
right.
So Vicky didn't tell us anything
So
on
we got
Monday.
election day off until next year.
Yeah. So
nice.
I mean, there's some to watch, and I mean,
there's
the mayor of New York City's
they're
going to be interesting.
Well, I just read an article today where they're predicting he wins by double digits. I mean, early voting just started, and there's a lot of early votes in, but you don't know who they. I mean, you can guesstimate, but I think they're getting a little premature with this, and that's the problem with a lot of elections. They get pretty premature with declaring winners when they should just wait until all the votes are counted. People can hold on a little bit. You got Virginia and you got New Jersey, which are interesting, and then you've got the federal government sticking their freaking nose into every state election now. So just stay home, let people vote, and leave them alone, and enough with intimidation.
Yeah.
And let people have water online in poor Georgia. If it's a hot day in Georgia, let them have a bottle of water.
Well, they can't have water?
They passed laws that you can't hand out water on people online in Georgia.
Oh, you can't hand out water.
Right.
I mean, they can bring a water.
You can bring your own.
They're like, no water!
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can bring water. It's just,
I would believe so, but But
I
people
guess
don't plan on a 2.5 hour line.
I guess they see that as an influential,
as opposed to human kindness.
Well, if
it must be too woke.
Okay, yeah, stop it, woke boy. All right, because
Compassion.
Stop it, woke boy. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
All right, because if it's within the area of where you cannot campaign,
100 feet.
Yeah, then I understand it. If it's outside of that, give them water.
Right, and I think a lot of those lines tend to be a lot longer than where the politicking line crosses.
But in my mind, I'm thinking they're handing out water inside that 100 feet.
Possibly, but
that's my rational thinking.
Well, there's
but
little rational.
We're talking politics,
right? And there's little rational about
Yeah.
preventing people from being comfortable while they're waiting on a 2.5 hour line to use their right to vote for whomever they choose.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like you can only give water to one side or the other. You can give water to anybody you want, which would be fair and nonpartisan. Water's nonpartisan.
Well, I believe the intent of that law, and I have not read it.
Okay.
I believe the intent of that law is it's within the campaign limits. That's my logical thinking.
Well, there you go.
But now that it's coming from one side or the other, they seem to leave out details. So I'd like to see what that is. All right, here's something. Blake had to go to a fire right before the show. So I got curious. Things like this happen, my brain starts working, and I'm like, okay, now I need to find this number out. So I wanted to find out what the number in dollars on property that is lost each year in fires in the U.S.
Just go to California.
I have the residential number and I have the overall number.
Okay.
So the residential, do you have the answer?
I do.
Okay.
And you're correct. You're right.
Okay.
It's within 150 feet of a polling place, which is where you can't wear a political button, you can't politic,
Well,
you can't hand out a palm card, you can't do anything that's politicking within 150 feet of a polling place. The 150-foot ban, the law prohibits people from distributing water or other items of value. Water's got value, which it does in the world today, within 150 feet. In August 2023, this is from the 2021 Election Integrity Act in Georgia.
Okay.
In August of 2023, a federal court blocked a portion of the law that banned giving water and food to voters standing in line within 25 feet of a polling place. However, the 150-foot ban remains in effect. That seems counter.
Yeah, so they're just enforcing what's really there and interpreted it as they were probably sliding by with, oh, here you go. Here's a cracker and a water. Hey,
and by the way, did you read what's the name on the cracker?
Can you
right.
Can you vote Republican or can you? I mean, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
You know, you can do private labeled water. So here's your water for so and such a candidate.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, also it says election workers are permitted to set up self-service water stations for voters waiting in line.
Yeah.
Will they? They should. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and they're still under a lot of legal challenges.
That's why I'm saying it's been in place. It's never been enforced on that particular component.
Right.
Because the other side saw it as a loophole. I still see that as campaigning within the 150.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. But then, and this is on
I
top
don't even
of...
know who's complaining about it, whether it's the right or the left, because it can...
Think about it for a second.
Okay, it's the left, because you guys are the ones who complain.
No.
So...
Not true. It was the state of Georgia.
You're the one who brought it up, so I just assumed it was on that side.
I brought it up because it's silly. It was the state of Georgia... and that's a Republican-controlled state legislature.
Well, you said they're not allowing them to give out water, which they shouldn't have been giving it out in the first place. So who's complaining? You're saying the right is complaining about
the right passed the law that's preventing this to happen,
it's already there.
Yeah, it's a new law.
No, that law has been in place. The 150-foot law has been in place.
The water was added to it in the
because the other side used it as a loophole.
Because it was 2.5 hours.
Do you not see what you hear the words coming out of your mouth, right?
I do, and it took people 2.5 hours to stand on line, and believe me, a 2.5 hour line, you're well past 150 feet from the polling place.
Okay.
And it's hot in Georgia, apparently. Shake your head all you want. There was also added
You're killing me. You read the headline. I said what I felt like the intent of it was.
Okay.
Now you read exactly what I regurgitated.
And I agree with you, yeah.
And you're still saying it was the right that created this problem.
No, I'm saying it was the right that passed the law.
The law, that 150 law has been in place.
Water was added into it.
That is still campaigning.
Okay.
Are you telling me, one of the campaign people walks up and hands you a water and says, obviously they're decked out in everything.
Only on the outside of the 150-yard marker.
No, they can wear whatever they want to wear on that because that's expression.
Yeah, you can't wear a pin, I don't believe.
Oh, I think you can. That's where I'm saying that's what they were doing.
I don't know that you can wear a button.
That's what they were doing. They found the loophole, which is good for them. They found the loophole. Yeah. Loophole's closed. Okay, everybody's playing by the same rules.
Okay, I'll leave it alone for now.
You're rolling your eyes. What is the other side doing? And I gave you. I
will call it.
I didn't even know what it was.
I'll call it voter suppression, but that will, you'll roll your eyes.
You're calling that voter suppression?
No, I'm calling everything else that was in that same bill voter suppression.
What else is in that bill that
it limited the number of ballot drop boxes. It placed new hurdles on absentee voting, such requiring additional ID for requesting and returning ballots. It made it easier for unlimited challenges to voter registration.
Slow down.
Okay.
We have an audience that's trying to listen to you. You're like Blake reading a read right now, which no one caught any of that shit. All
Okay.
right? So start with bullet point number 1.
Limited to the number of ballot box drops. Ballot drop boxes.
Okay, was that because we don't have as many absentee votes as we did 5 years ago?
No, you have more now because more people are doing mail-in voting.
Okay, is this one of those states where they just mail it to everybody?
Georgia, no, this is Georgia. We're only talking about Georgia.
Okay.
This is the law in Georgia.
Okay, but
And I don't know. Do you know that Georgia mails ballots every day?
I don't know, but
Colorado does.
That one,
Hawaii does.
That law, I think, is ridiculous. I think you should ask for it. I think it's a waste of taxpayer money to mail it to everybody.
Right, request
if it's requested, 100%.
Sure.
But I don't agree with mailing it to everybody. So, and I don't know if Georgia is. I don't think Georgia is.
I do not believe they are.
But it might be district by district too.
Could be.
Because a lot of these are district by district. So
and they up the ID requirements for absentee voting. And again, I appreciate that. You should make sure that the vote is coming from the person who it belongs to. Not a problem. Some of the signature verification stuff is a little dicey because people's signatures change, and we're in a point in history now where there's a generation of young people that don't know how to sign their name because they never had to.
Well, and we had Vicky in, and she said she got about a 30% return on the ones on the 90,000 she had to send out.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys get those in. She's trying to do her job. She's trying to.
I'm waiting, and there was a box you could check to get a new card. So I'm still waiting on mine, which is again the reason I asked: are we voting on anything on Tuesday?
No, I don't think.
I feel much better about not having my voter card. And the other one was, and this is the one that's goofy, and this is the one that's goofier even still in Texas of all places. It's easier for unlimited challenges to voter registration, a process that can lead to voters being removed from the roll.
Damn.
Anybody can walk up and challenge anybody's right to vote. And in Texas, you don't have to be a resident of the state. You don't have to be a resident of the geopolitical entity. And you can challenge 25,000 people if you want. One person can go in there and arbitrarily said, I don't think that person's a registered voter. Check their registration. You know what a drain that is on research? Vicky's head would explode.
Citizens arrest.
There you go.
Citizens arrest.
Lock them up.
Yeah, but I think you can complain about that anywhere. It's just whether or not it has any teeth to it.
Well,
so and hopefully everybody can verify.
It does because they keep throwing people off of the. Look, it's hard to keep up with especially with the migration. We talked about this a couple of days ago.
Yep.
People are moving from state to state now. So to clean up. I'm not saying purge, but clean up voter rolls is really important, and I also think it's really difficult to do.
Well, and
next
I
time
think
you might want to ask her about that.
I think there was some cases, and it's because Trump went so crazy in 2020, saying that the election was rigged and all of that stuff. He went, and by the way, there was zero credibility to it. There was less than 1,000 out of the 250 million votes that they found as fraudulent.
Yeah.
I mean, that percentage is
it's like how many
minuscule.
zeros after the decimal point before you get to
minuscule.
a number. Exactly.
And the ones where he sued like
everybody,
and then he threw out all the cases because they're like, oh, show us the evidence, and he had zero. So I mean,
certainly a lack of credibility.
Very, very poor loser. Very, very poor loser. So don't think I'm on one side or the other when it comes to that side. But as far as credibility goes, there were some cases, and I can see this happening, where you said somebody moved.
Yeah.
They got a absentee ballot in Texas.
Okay.
They moved to Louisiana. They voted absentee in Texas, and then voted live in Louisiana.
Okay.
It's
a possibility.
And that's what was happening with those thousands that they had.
Okay.
That's where they found discrepancies.
Now
they were valid voters,
right,
in Louisiana,
right,
but they had not
been cleaned up Texas.
On the backside, and it was on the voter, not on the. It wasn't on Trump. It wasn't on Biden. It wasn't on anybody in particular.
Or
it was on the
election.
It was on the individual,
right,
who purposely knew what they were doing.
And I can't think that can be a lot of people because there's a timing concept.
No, that's what I'm
there,
saying.
You know, because to apply for your absentee ballot and then move and establish residency elsewhere, you know, you got to be pretty quick.
And Barbara Jean says one fraudulent vote is too. I agree with you. But if you look at the entire voting, and by the way, Barbara Jean, I hate to tell you because I know you're a Trumper, they found more on the Republican side than they did on the Democrat side when they did the deep dive.
Oh my God!
It was almost equal to the separation.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost equal, but there was more on the Republican side. Now, granted, that we didn't do a deep dive in Chicago, so I already told Mike Davis if he dies first, I'm taking his remains and moving him to Chicago
And letting him vote twice?
and then no, I'm gonna make him vote for Democrats. So I still get calls from Viagra from the practical joke he did on me. So, and he claims he didn't do it. So
Yeah.
but it happened to the first phone call happened to come while I was on air with him.
Well, you'll be very pleased to hear this. We're at the Pier Farmers Market this morning, and there were two gentlemen standing there having a conversation, and you know they were talking about, you know, it's the both sides. It's the left, it's the right. You know, this two-party system isn't good for anybody. It's not working out. And I just walked up to him and said, "That's why you got to merge the red and the blue." As I was wearing my American Party hat, and they were very enamored with it.
Yeah.
So they were very pleased with a third option.
Well, if you look at all our logos, all right, we got the 904, we got Bollocks, we got the American Party. Guess what? Red and blue's touching on every logo we have.
Yep.
Got to work together. All right. Fires in the U.S. All right.
Yeah.
$23.2 billion is lost in property, which is including commercial and residential. All right. So $23.2 billion fires in the U.S., and this was in the year 2023.
Okay, that was before the big Pacific fires.
All right. So let's go to an average year. I think all of that was lost in California by itself, probably.
I'm thinking.
On residential in 2023, $11.26 billion was lost just on residential fires. So fires are still a thing, even with all our safety factors and everything out there. I live in a house that's built in 1900, so fires are real.
Oh yeah.
And fires are real no matter how young your house is. And in Florida, lightning strikes are very, very real.
Right.
So make sure you're just being safe.
Well, here I have a number for you, and you're right, because I did the cost of loss in California fires in 2024.
Okay.
So, because we're in 2025, we're only halfway through. We're a little bit more.
Yeah. We
three quarters of the
wouldn't
way
have
through
those
25.
numbers yet.
The cost of California fires in 2024 is estimated to be between $250 billion and $275 billion in total economic loss. Insured losses.
In economic
Correct.
loss.
That's business.
I did
business
just
losses.
property.
Well, yeah. Okay. $25 billion to $45 billion in insured losses. Yeah.
So that number is pretty close to the same, even
Right.
with that.
Right.
I mean, $1 billion is a lot of
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money. $1 billion is a lot of money. So
The Palisades and Eaton fires alone, those were the Altadena and the more recent notorious ones earlier in the year. $35 to $45 billion in insurance payouts.
wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That is crazy. So
Yeah.
just things like incidents like that trigger my brain. Obviously, we talked about the homeless and where they're at. That's all it takes, man. One little
Exactly right.
thing like that, and you think, oh well, they were just renting. Yeah, but now
Right.
they have to come up with deposit first and last and start all over. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck, coming up with $6,000 out of your pocket, because the average rental is probably around $2,000.
And compound that by the fact that fires of that magnitude, whether it was the Paradise Fire a couple of years back up in Northern California or the one in Altadena and Pacific Palisades, you had neighborhoods wiped out. It's not one house fire where one family needs to find accommodation.
Yeah, it
We've
wasn't
now
like your
got-
neighbor's like, oh, here, we got an extra set of clothes. I mean, the entire neighborhood was gone.
So you've got the strain put on the available housing stock is stretched further because everybody's looking for housing now in relocation.
Yep.
And there's a lot of economic inequity, shall we say, there, because you've got the Pacific Palisades where, the celebrities, the stars live. I've got a friend who lives in Pacific Palisades, and they were not suffering because they have an apartment in Manhattan and, money to live in a hotel.
Yeah.
But there are also a lot of people in Altadena who didn't have any of that financial backing or resources to be as comfortable in a relocation as other people.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It really is. Fire is very, very frightening.
So
Prometheus, thank you and curse you.
yes, that won't be a question tonight at trivia.
Okay.
All right.
Prometheus.
All right. We had one other topic, and then we got Wager Wire.
Okay.
We want to get to. Well, let's do the mascots and blend into Wager Wire.
And then I have an interesting question for you and Blake on Wager Wire, because I think I figured out something that probably wouldn't work, but I need you boys that can do math better than me explain to me why it won't.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about the top 12 most, what do we call them, Blake? Scariest, creepiest mascots of college football?
Yeah.
And some of them aren't as creepy
Gotta
as you
use that
think.
microphone, Blake.
Sorry, I'm
You get on to Lenny about it, so we got to make sure we get on to you too.
Fair is fair.
And
I'm trying to pull up the website for Lenny here, so we can show you the creepy mascots.
Thank you.
all right, Mike needs to get a lavalier.
I think so.
Who, me? Sorry.
What? Oh, you heard that?
Yeah.
Well, it's because these are the best microphones in the business. I've
These
heard that
are
somewhere.
right here. These right here.
All right. So there's some
Creepy mascot.
Right. So we'll start with the Clemson Tiger.
Okay, this is number 12.
12, right.
Number 12, the Clemson Tiger.
And the problem is he's just got weird eyes.
Yeah, I was going to say them eyes are funky.
Yep.
He's like Tony the Tiger on crystal meth.
But it tastes great.
Yeah, no, Tony got away from himself. So
Okay. Number 11. This is
number 11,
an upstanding one.
I'm going to do this all the way, and so it's stalling for Blake
Excellent.
to get it pulled up whenever he pulls one up.
the Stanford tree.
What the heck?
I never understood that damn thing.
Well, worse than that, it's got googly eyes on it. You know those little eyes
why?
that roll around?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I thought they were the
very-
Cardinals, but isn't it the Stanford
I don't know.
Cardinals?
Blake is way too young for this one.
Right, there
But
we
if
go.
you're my age, and I don't know when it started, you're probably on the other side of it. Probably a little too old
There
for
we
it.
go.
There's the Stanford tree.
Yeah.
But to me,
And his googly eyes. Yeah.
it's way too much like the trees from HR Puff and stuff, which were bad.
Okay. Yeah.
There,
Yeah,
look, he's on meth. He's
Yeah,
clearly.
that's the Clemson
Hey, what'd
Tiger.
you say?
Right.
Did you take my frosted flakes?
Right.
Yeah.
After the Stanford tree, we go to
Number 10.
Thank you very much. The Oregon duck.
Oh, don't
I don't mind him.
don't disrespect puddles.
I do not mind the Oregon duck.
And he's riding a chopper.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That one I'm okay with.
Have you ever
The other
seen?
two are creepier to me.
Have you ever seen like the? Have you ever seen Oregon's attempt to bring out a new mascot duck, like the
Like
duck
New
of
Coke?
the duck of the future?
Not gonna work.
On here, let me try to pull it up real quick. Let's see, Oregon duck new
Yeah.
mascot.
Nothing like good dead time.
I know it's definitely
If
crazy.
only we had a producer director.
Well, we'll move right on to
So-
number.
Okay, here he goes. Are you ready?
No.
Okay,
The internet
don't get
sucks.
angry. You're too slow.
He's been sitting on that.
Number 9.
He's been sitting on that for a week, by the way.
There.
Okay, creepy.
Yeah.
Yellow
Well,
jacket.
that's Georgia Tech.
That's the yellow jacket.
That's the buzz of Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get a little bit more local on the next one.
Number 8.
Okay. Chief Osceola.
He was never a chief.
Well, they call him a chief at
He
Florida
was,
State.
He was never a chief.
Right.
He was a medicine man. And he probably had schizophrenia of what, if history
Yeah.
is correct in the way they writed it out.
Actually went to South Carolina when we were in Charleston,
Mm-hmm.
out to Fort Moultrie to see his gravesite. Because after they kept trying to
I
break
thought
him
they
out of
chopped
here,
him up.
they did, so they couldn't find him.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he didn't. He lost his head, literally.
Yeah, no,
to
they
the
inspected
doctor
his,
from here.
They inspected his brain because of his bipolar and schizophrenia.
and there's a death mask of him, which is kind of creepy in its own right. That's in the Smithsonian, and I guess maybe it's about 6 years ago now. They did a symposium here in context with I think UF and maybe the Historical Society. They did a symposium on Osceola, and they brought the death mask as a display.
Yep. But he was never a chief. True Floridians know that.
Well, his
All right.
flaming spear creeps people out, and his horse is named Renegade.
Beautiful horse.
Yeah.
And that is one of the coolest starts to a game, by the way. If you've ever been there live, I'm not a Florida State fan, but I'm not a Florida State hater.
Didn't the
But if
Miami
you've ever been to the game, that's a cool thing what they do.
Didn't the Miami mascot get arrested like in the 80s for like during like that ceremony? He ran up to the horse and almost and he actually had like a fire extinguisher and actually almost used it, but he got tackled.
He got tackled down. He got tackled down. I mean, he was going to spook Renegade.
He's lucky he didn't get stomped.
Ivis could have got stomped or speared, and I would have been okay with it too. All right,
You got a flaming
number
spear.
7.
This one's a weird one.
What the hell is that?
It's a shark.
It's Ole Miss. That's Ole Miss. And I suppose
Well-
a rebel wouldn't be politically correct.
Did you?
But Tony the Land Shark replaced the rebel black bear in 2018. Ole Miss had a black bear as a mascot, and they
Never
went
seen this.
Tony the Land Shark, and his teeth are too big.
Freaking woke asses.
Yep.
This is what just drives me crazy. That is a terrible mascot. Number 6.
We go to Purdue, and it's Purdue Pete,
Oh, yeah, that's a big head.
because he's got a really big head. He's a Boilermaker.
That's a big head.
He's
That's-
a shot in a beer kind of guy.
That's a life-size bobblehead before bobbleheads existed.
go. Well,
because
stick-
he's looked like that for a while.
I think he's got giant hands too. But sticking with Pete. Go ahead. We have.
Number 5.
So this is Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete.
Another big head.
Big head.
Another
exactly.
bobblehead.
That's what's creeping
big
people
heads
out.
are creepy. Big heads are creepy. The mustache is not settling either. So he's big-headed and he's got a mustache.
All right, we're going out west for a little while.
Number 4.
Sparky the Sun Devil at Arizona State University.
All right. I'm okay with this guy.
He's got
You
flaming
expect
pupils.
the devil to have a big head.
Flaming pupils in his eyes.
Yes, he needs to go to facial rejuvenation center.
Yeah, people were thinking that he was
a
the guy.
morning plug.
The guy who did. Yeah, there you go. The guy who did this was a Disney illustrator, and they think his face is actually based on Walt Disney.
Ooh, okay.
So that's
All right.
it.
He looks like a Disney villain. Number 3, and that's how you do a 3. Not this. That's a W.
Right.
Number 3.
Right, that's very European of you. This is for 3.
Well, it's American Sign Language.
Right. Okay.
So.
It's also in Europe. They use
Bobby's
different
watching,
fingers.
so I didn't want to get scolded.
Good. Sparty, Michigan State. He's got apparently very large eyebrows
Another
and
big
very
head.
large biceps.
Another big head.
His eyebrows are what freak people out,
Yeah.
apparently.
I can't see his eyebrows.
Yeah, it's under his helmet.
Well, he has like a resting bitch face.
Yeah, well, he was a Spartan. They were very not into comfort.
So is that the 300?
Yeah.
Number 2.
All right. This is Wake Forest. And this guy's actually kind of
Big head.
cool. He's the Demon Deacon.
Okay.
And he rides a motorcycle.
All these guys have big heads.
Yeah, well,
So,
because
I
you got to fit a regular head inside the big one.
Yeah. So I felt like the devil big head fits, but yeah.
And coming in at
finally,
number 1.
at the top of the list, you've all been waiting, and we're talking about number 1.
Okay. And it's from that
Big
crappy
head.
little school, crazy little school in Nashville now. Vanderbilt.
It's
They're
ranked
up and coming.
Ranked in the top 10.
They really are. I think they are 10, actually.
That's what happens when you got NIL money. You were terrible, and then you got all these doctors and engineers and all these guys. Yeah, you can write some checks in Vanderbilt.
That's Mr. Commodore. People think he looks like Davy Jones. He went from some old guy with a creepy smile to a young guy with a creepy smile.
Well, did Vanderbilt ever fix their basketball court?
I like that basketball
Because
court.
the benches are on either end.
And they're
down.
They're countersunk. The court is up here,
Yeah.
and the benches and the scorer tables are below grade.
Well, the thing is like, the way the other ones are set up, you got the benches like this, and in the middle you check in.
Right.
These guys got to run halfway down the court to check in. So if you're doing an offense, defensive flop, that court doesn't work.
And I'm wondering how they get on the court after they do that, because
they actually get up on it and walk to the table.
Right.
Because you're still not on the court. The court goes beyond where it's at.
Right.
So the table is at that level. So.
Okay. I kind of like that. I kind of like that arena for that reason. Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah, exactly.
It is different. But I mean, they're pretty smart people. They should have figured out a better way.
At Vanderbilt, you would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the 12 top creepiest things, and we've come to a consensus. They got big heads or googly eyes.
Right.
Big heads are scary.
All right. So damn it.
Janet.
I did tease the bad Oregon Duck reboots, like the brother mascot to the Oregon Duck.
Okay, do you have it? Do you have it pulled
Yes,
up?
I do.
That is awful. Go with the other duck.
Yes.
That's a horrible duck.
It looks like a
That duck was designed by Nike itself.
it looks like a
Yeah.
superhero he's trying to be a superhero
Look at-
duck.
The original
fake
duck
abs.
is laughing like, I still got my job.
You know what? If they had
And
any
it
balls,
hatched out of an egg.
they would have done Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
You remember Howard the Duck? He had
I
his
do.
own comic strip. He might have had a little TV show. Had a movie.
He had a movie. He had a movie.
Yeah.
Howard, yeah, he was a good drinking duck.
Oh yeah.
So, now, on that list, I don't think Chief Osceola belongs
Right.
on that list.
Okay.
I think because he doesn't have a big head,
It was the flaming spear that got people.
and I don't think the duck belongs on that list. I think the duck is a legitimate, in the Sun Devil, that head I agree with because it's not an actual human.
Right.
It's a devil, so I'm okay with that. The other ones are actual humans that are in the top 5, and it just, walking bobbleheads, just not a thing.
All right,
And we took a vote that Ole Miss really needs to revisit their
Ole Miss
Tony the
needs-
Shark
yeah.
with his big teeth.
I mean, how many sharks really are there on the 18 miles of coast in Mississippi? I mean,
yeah. All right. So, and in case anyone's wondering about the Vanderbilt court, so there are seats below the court.
Yeah.
And so basically, so the bench had to come up off the court.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the bench is behind the goals and it's below the court, so it's just
Wacky.
it's different.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different. So
Unique, certainly.
It does give them a home court advantage because they're used to that transition.
Yeah.
And some of the coaches that are used to grabbing guys and throwing them in,
Right.
you can't grab them and throw them in. You gotta
have a really good arm.
go around the corner and see if you can check in.
Right.
Okay. By the time they get there, the timeout's over, and hey, I don't want you to check in now. Come back. Oh, you can't hear me. Never mind. Just go in.
Okay.
So.
So as we transition to waiver wire, wager wire.
Wager.
Yeah. Well, I keep needing to pick up players for my fantasy team. That's why I'm stuck in the waiver wire. I was thinking about this, and explain to me why this won't work. And I'm sure it won't, because otherwise people would have done it. If not, we're all going to get rich.
Okay.
Let's say
Yeah,
baseball.
I've thought that before.
Yes. You have a 162 game season in baseball. Okay. You take bets of who's going to, have more than 100 wins or less than 100 wins. If you know a team, let's say the Dodgers, you're going to figure that the Dodgers will have 100 wins a season.
Okay.
If you bet the Dodgers to win every game, 162 games, and you take the Dodgers to win every game, or conversely, you have a team like the Colorado Rockies, which aren't going to win 40 games.
Yes.
You bet them to lose every game. How do you not make money?
Because of say the Dodgers win a game and they're at a minus
Yeah.
120.
Okay.
All right. And so that means when they win a game, you're not winning $100.
No, but you're not. But you're winning a little bit more than you put in.
Yeah. But
So let's say you bet $5, you're winning
that's-
$5.50.
that's the balancer and the vig of it.
right.
Is that minus or plus
Right.
on that side? Because you're not giving up a run and a half. You're talking about just betting
Just
them to win.
betting win loss.
You're just betting them to win. And I can tell you right now, the Dodgers were at 104.
Okay.
Okay, they were at 104. They didn't win 104. I won $100 on the league because 104 games hard to
It's a
win.
lot to do.
That's
it.
hard. I mean, even as great as the Dodgers
Yeah, you're
were,
only losing 58 games on a season.
that's hard to do. So I did squeak out a victory with that. I think they got to 98. But I think the balancer on it, and you're probably right.
Well, because
if you have confidence that that's the team you want to go with, I bet if you ride one team all year, you'll probably end up in a positive situation.
It might not be huge, but
it's still, it's like playing the stock market. Today they're up, tomorrow they're down. Today they're up, tomorrow they're down.
But at the end of 162 games,
if you have more up days than you do down days, but you just got to make sure that the VIG's where it gets you. The VIG,
but something like Hard Rock Bet, it's the odds. There's no VIG; it's just the odds. So you take them to win, and if let's say the Knicks, if you basketball's 82 games a season. I don't think they've changed that.
Yeah, and Josh and Ricky both who like to play. Josh says it would be profitable, but it wouldn't be a lot.
Right.
And that's a slow play.
Right.
That's where I think it is. I think there's slow plays out there.
Yeah.
It's like playing cards and you play it slow. And I get impatient. That's why I'm not a great Texas Hold'em player.
Right.
Because I'm like, let's move on. I'm bored with this.
Now let's take the corollary to this. You take a team like, say, argument's sake, the Colorado Rockies, and how many games did they win this season?
54.
Okay. If you bet them to lose every game,
check how many games they actually won.
they would have lost, let's say, 100, and they would have lost 104 games, 106 games. So the numbers on that would be different, because when they would win, the payoff would be better. If they lost, the odds are so bad against you that you're only losing 50 cents a bet.
43-119.
What was that?
43 wins, 119 losses.
Oh, they only had 43 wins?
Yeah.
So if you took them to lose,
that's Mets category.
easy sailor.
How many of the Mets went in 60?
62.
Was it 62?
62 was the first year.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
But however,
they still have the record.
The White Sox had the record last year, 41 and 121.
Right.
But I believe the Mets for like at least like around like 160 games, I believe they still have like the worst swing percentage because I believe it was like around like 160 games, I believe.
Right. It wasn't 162 at that point in time.
So
all right. So I was just trying to play around with that and see what would happen.
yeah, I know, and I think it's almost a break even, possibly in the profitable category. But if they don't meet because the odd makers are pretty close. I bet they have it played out. If they don't hit that 104,
right,
then you're on the losing side.
Right.
So
right. Well, that's why I would take it. A better team with wins, because it wouldn't be a lot of money. But I was just trying to figure it out if it would make any sense. Hey, look, you can say you're a winner at the end of the baseball season because you're up $7. It's a lot of remembering to put your bets in, because you miss 2 or 3 games and your whole balance disappears.
Yeah. And my luck, they'd win every game I missed.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know that story all too well, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Thanks for clearing that up, boys. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah. So I think
appreciate that.
I think we came up with could be.
Yeah.
So I think that's a scientific discovery of our math skills.
Well, that's why I need you guys.
But the balancer is that minus 204 against the plus on the other side. So, yeah. But all right. So bets on the World Series.
It'll take you $110. You'd have to have at a $5 bet on 162 baseball games. You'd need to put in $810.
Okay.
So that's what you would need. I don't know what we would win or lose, but yeah.
Yeah. But you might only win $3 on those victories.
Right. So you come out with $813.
Okay. Let's do the quick math. All right. So you got, how much was it?
$5 on 162 games. I think, did I say 810?
810. So 810 is your pay-in.
Yes.
All right. So you got 810 on the pay-in. Say Dodgers won 98 games.
Okay.
All right. So of that 810, 98 games. Oops. So this is your victory side. This is money that'll be coming back to you times 5. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It has to be times 8 because it's going to be $8 times 98.
Why are we doing $8?
Because that's about what you'd win
Okay,
on a
okay.
$5 bet.
Okay.
Let's do $3.50. So
Yeah.
so $8.50.
Okay.
Well, come on, Troy. You know how to do this.
Times what we say,
850
98?
times 98. That gets you
833.
833.
There you go. See?
833.
So we
So
made
you're gonna make
$23.
$23.
Okay. Look at us.
Yeah.
We're in the black, baby. Come on. The system works.
Right.
I'm taking Vegas.
Yeah. So, okay. On the flip side, if you bet against
If you took like Colorado to
Colorado.
lose 100, games.
Colorado would have been a better bet. The loser would have been a better bet than the winner.
Maybe.
So, is what it looks like to me.
Well, I got something to look forward to next baseball season.
Yeah, because it still would have been 8-10
Right.
for every bet.
Yep.
Okay, and what did you say? 43 wins. Like,
For the Colorado Rockies, it was 43 wins.
okay, so let's round that to
$5?
yeah.
Because, the odds wouldn't,
Well, you're betting 5, so you're going to be winning because you're on
10.
the winning side.
Yeah,
So you're betting them to lose.
correct.
So it's still going to be an around an $8 win.
Okay.
So $8 win times 160 or 120.
What would you say, 43?
119.
Yeah, okay.
That's $952.
Ooh, we're making money there.
So you would make about $130 on the losers and $23 on the winners.
And you have action all season long.
And that's your man. And that's death by 1,000 cuts. I'm going to tell you right now, I couldn't do that.
Yep.
I could not do that. All right. So we got 2-2 World Series. World Series games have been pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
There's been some great defensive plays, both sides. There's been some really good pitching, some amazing power performances. You had Dodgers in 6.
Correct.
You still have a chance. Blake and I had Dodgers in 5. We don't have a chance. Do you think the Dodgers in 6 is still it, or do you think it's going 7 games?
I think Fox
it's
would like
definitely going
it. Fox
6.
would like it go 7 games, but that means the Dodgers have to win the tonight and the first game in Toronto.
Yep.
Possibly, but I think
That's the way to be decisive.
If the Dodgers win tonight, I think Toronto will probably win the first game in Toronto.
I always wonder why
And
you
then
never
throw
took Jimmy the Greek's
job.
job.
Yeah, no, you know my gambling.
Okay.
You know my gambling history.
I will ask the question again. Do you think it's going to be in 6?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
I got to support my bet.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
it.
Hey, lean into it.
I got to double down.
Lean
It's
into
not like
it.
I'm smart enough not to do that.
Lean into it. There you go.
Exactly.
So, all right, football teams that have kind of surprised you. We're halfway through the season.
Okay.
Football teams that have surprised you, good and bad.
Indianapolis Colts, good.
On the good side. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills on the bad side.
Yeah, but they're starting to right the ship a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? But the Patriots that's another surprising team. Who would have thought the Patriots doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
Drake May.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
He's playing well.
Yep.
So he's playing well. Blake, what do you have as far as teams good and bad?
Good teams. I'm gonna say. I definitely do see the Green Bay Packers as one of the top contenders in the NFC.
Yeah, but you thought they were going to be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking surprising teams.
Uh,
That was a surprising answer that you didn't listen to the question.
yeah.
Because you did
Seahawks?
think they were going to be good at the beginning of the year, right? Because I thought
Yeah.
you know a lot more about sports or active sports right now than I do.
Yeah. Seahawks, maybe. Yeah.
Seahawks are playing. They're playing above. They're punching above their weight for sure. With a sort of anonymous running game that really does very well.
A team I thought was going to be better than they're performing is obviously the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But then last week they looked like they were world champs.
And
What the hell was that?
well, you can't figure out
Why couldn't you? And that was a good team.
Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta's is schizophrenic.
Yeah. Well,
It was also Kirk Cousins couldn't complete a pass.
evidently so are the Dolphins. And the Dolphins couldn't miss one.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't like it was all on Kirk Cousins.
No.
The Dolphins defense shredded
Yep.
the Falcons.
Yeah.
And they haven't shredded anybody in 2 years. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, the Dolphins were disappointing, very schizophrenic. Another team that I think is riding the ship and is going to be dangerous is Kansas City.
Yeah, they had a slow start, but they remembered that they're the Kansas City Chiefs, and they said, "No,
I'm not picking them this week though.
Okay.
Buffalo. So, what do you think about that pick?
Where are they playing?
Buffalo.
Okay. I still think Kansas City remembers, who they are, and mincing Mahomes is a magician.
Kelsey played his ass off last game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he did have one where he didn't get his hands around in time and it created an interception. But Kelsey played like he was a young man last week.
And it's going to be a lot of Kareem Hunt because Pacheco is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Buffalo is figuring it out a little bit more than they did at the early part of the season. They were like Kansas City. They didn't do well at the beginning of the season either.
I think this game is more important to Buffalo than it is.
It is
Kansas
now
City
for
at this
sure
point.
because Kansas City doesn't have that much competition. Denver is okay. The Raiders suck, and the Chargers are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting division all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
but the Chargers should have won 2 games that they just gave back.
I know.
So the Chargers can't finish
Right.
games, and Harbaugh is a good enough coach. He's going to figure
And
that out.
Herbert's a good enough quarterback too.
Yeah, Herbert. I have Herbert as one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
He's great, but
All right, NBA. Do we care about them at all? Too early.
Magic kind of suck right now, but
They're 1-3.
yeah.
Okay.
And the Knicks came out.
They're better than the 1-3. They'll figure it out.
But we'll say even though it's only 4 games in, Victor Wembanyama is going to win MVP.
Okay.
Well, the Knicks came out gangbusters, won the first 2 games, and then lost the next 2 games, and now there's talk about Anka Papahoupoulos going to the Knicks, but I don't think there's a whole lot of validity in that.
Giannis going to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Giannis,
Yeah.
the Greek freak,
Yep.
going to the Knicks.
Can you imagine him in New York? Astoria will go nuts.
That's where careers go to die. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, look, I keep asking Willis Reed to stand up. Get up, Willis.
It's 1972, 73. Which one was it?
Well, it was 69, and then it was...
When was he? When did he limp in?
That was 70. It's like 69.
Was it 69? I thought it was like...
They won in 69. I thought it might have been a couple years after that he went down.
Yeah, when he limped in and led him to victory, made the first 2 shots, and then
I thought it was the year before he won. Willis Reed won MVP. So because I believe he won MVP in 70. So then I remember 69 was the final.
Don't worry, if we only had a research person who could give me this.
Yeah, Bobby's on it.
Yeah, Bobby, let us know.
There was, when you would go down from 7th Avenue, you'd go down that big set of stairs into Penn Station, under Madison Square Garden, and at the base on the right-hand side, there was I think it was a Dwayne Reed.
1970 finals.
It was 1970.
So it was the year after they won. Yeah.
They won. Well, they
won in
won. They
69,
won
they
game.
won-
They won game 7. It was a season.
Right. It was the 69 season.
No. It was 70. That's not the way basketball works. It's the entire. They won. They won
the 1970
games.
finals.
They won the 1970.
Did they win in
finals.
69 as well?
I
don't think so. I think.
Because I thought that was the year that New York won it all.
No, they won in 70.
That was the Mets, the Jets, and the Knicks all won in the same season.
They had the titles at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was within a year.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in the same year.
Okay.
No,
It wasn't
it
the
was
same
kind of
season.
like it was like
Hold on.
the Tiger Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
1960
right.
It was over 2 years.
Right.
That they had it.
All right, 1969 was Celtics Lakers, where Celtics won, but Jerry West won the MVP, the only Finals MVP to
On a losing team.
on a losing team.
There you go.
Yeah, poor
And
West.
to this
man.
day, he's still the...
Man. West is still bitter about all those losses.
oh, yeah. Yeah, but at least he's the...
Well, he's not
he's the
anymore.
image for the NBA.
Yeah, he's the logo. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Allegedly,
logo.
they won't officially say that
he's the logo.
He is.
You can
We
look
all
at
know
it and
that.
tell he's the logo.
But anyway, so you'd walk down the stairs to get into Penn Station, and on the right-hand side, there'd be a big, like 2 full plate glass windows wide of Willis Reed laying on the court in Madison Square Garden. And I could not walk past that without saying, "Get up, Willis, get up."
Yeah, and you're a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Okay, because there is no other New York team really to.
Yeah, I never bought into the Nets. They moved to Jersey. They came back to Brooklyn. No.
Yeah.
But it's convenient. I will say, if you live on Long Island, it is really convenient to go to either one of those arenas because the Long Island Railroad will drop you right at each one. You're in the basement of Madison Square Garden when you get off the Long Island Railroad from the island, and it's Barclays Center, the same thing when you get into Brooklyn.
I
All
definitely.
right, so the season starts in the fall and ends in the summer. So 69, but they didn't win until 70. So the Mets won it in
69,
October
right?
of 69, and then in
The Jets won it in probably January. Of
Yeah.
60, it was because the Jets won in '69 as well.
was
Super
it
Bowl
the six,
III.
Super Bowl III? But was it Super Bowl III played in January of 70 or January of 69?
I think January of '70 because it was the '69 season. But
Yeah.
Blake will tell
Yeah,
us, won't
that's-
you?
Yep, 1970. That was
Yeah.
so
So
1970.
that's
the
they
69
had
season.
them. They had them all at the same time.
Right.
But technically, 2 of the championships took place in 70.
Well, but it was the '69 season. Well,
Yeah.
no, the Knicks were.
Knicks. I
was
mean, you
the
can't.
70
Yeah,
season.
it starts in 69.
Unfortunately,
Right, so it was all the
yeah.
There's
69
more
season.
games in
Right.
70 than there is in
Right.
69.
Unfortunately, the Rangers, unfortunately, the Rangers or Islands did not win
All right.
the Stanley Cup that year as well. So
Well, the Islanders
Yeah,
probably
and
wouldn't have counted, but the Rangers would have. Yeah.
And I had the Milwaukee Bucks in my brain winning in 70. So that's I was like, okay, the Bucks won right around there.
That was
with,
a 71.
with Lou Alcindor.
Right. Before he became Kareem Abdul-Skyhook Jabbar.
Yeah, he might have transitioned by then. I think he might have.
I don't
transitioned.
think I think the transition took place in 71, 72.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Because
big doings.
because remember that was the time during peak Chamberlain versus Jabbar debate.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I hate to do this to us, but for two
We gotta
reasons.
go.
We got
We got
trivia
trivia.
and we got land title coming right in back of us.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for Bollocks. Blake, great job today on all the live coverage.
Thank you.
We will be back with you tomorrow.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.